Your Excellency, at this juncture, I would like to welcome Honorable Paul Maidang, the Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, to come and give his remarks. He's also going to invite His Excellency after his remarks.
Your Excellency, Gerald Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, Honorable Advisors, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Saren Eni, Deputy Governor of Central Equatoria, Your Excellency Tsutsumi Nahiro, Ambassador of Japan to South Sudan, JICA Senior Vice President, Mr. Nyoki Handu, Excellencies, Ambassadors, Representative of International Organization, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, allow me to thank His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, the President of the Republic of South Sudan, for honoring and accepting our call to officiate this function. I am equally thankful to the government of Japan and Japan International Cooperation Agency in South Sudan, JICA, for their continued support and commitment to providing safe and clean drinking water to our citizens in Juba. On the same note, I appreciate the technical team on both sides whose work has brought us to this noble goal. I must not also forget to thank JICA Senior Vice President Nyoki Handu, who has traveled 1,000 miles away from Japan to South Sudan to attend with us this historic event. I thank you too. The organizing committee under Honorable Yar Folt, the managing director of South Sudan Urban Water Corporation, has done a very remarkable job in organizing this event. Without their tireless contribution, the day would not have been successful. My salutation to them. Excellencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, in water, South Sudan faces enormous challenges ranging from provision of safe and clean drinking water in urban and rural areas to destructive force of flood and drought in various parts of the country. Climate crisis and lack of investment in water infrastructure are major contributing factors. To address this, universal access to water and sanitation, partnership toward better outcome, policy making, water resources management and development, institutional capacity building, and willingness are the key. And the government of South Sudan has this commitment in achieving UN Sustainable Development Goal 6 on water and sanitation for all. The government of South Sudan, through Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, is working day and night to make sure that South Sudan, that Juba, which is the national capital city of our country, has 5 water household distribution networks, and the capital of 10 states and headquarters of 3 administrative areas are also saved. It is a work in progress. Your Excellency, this coming week, we are going to join the world nations in New York to reiterate our commitment to the United Nations Water Decade of Action and to join them in climate change adaptation strategies in line with 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference, strengthening policies and strategic planning for safe and clean drinking water, and enhancing intergovernmental and global cooperation on sanitation and water for all. Our national capital, Juba, has water treatment plant built in 1970 with production capacity of 7,200 cubic meters per day and with 2 tanker filling stations and household water connections network for more than 2,000 households. The facility is managed by South Sudan Urban Water Corporation, and in addition to this, there are other small water facilities, 9 in number, with different production capacities located on the riverside that are owned by private companies. All these still do not meet the water demand in the city. Your Excellency, these projects which we are opening today is a grand aid from the government of Japan through JICA to government of South Sudan for provision of safe and clean drinking water. The new water treatment plant has production capacity of 10,800 cubic meters, as it was spoken by previous speakers, and 380 beneficiaries supplied with water through 120 kiosks and 8 tanker filling stations. The project contributes to water infrastructural development, improvements of hygiene and sanitation, and reductions of incidents of waterborne diseases amongst its beneficiaries. Your Excellency, this continued engagement of the government of Japan through JICA, together with other bilateral donors, is a sign of confidence and trust that the international community has gained in your leadership. On the eastern bank of the Nile, in Gumba, ICRC is now constructing a water treatment plant with production capacity of 10,000 cubic meters. KfW, that is German Development Bank, has also funded the constructions of another water facility with production capacity of 4,650 cubic meters in Loklogo through UNICEF, which is not yet handed over to the government. These are indicators that there is an ongoing improvement of water service delivery in the city. But since almost all of these facilities do not have household connection, and that they only functions in terms of kiosks and tanker filling station, the delivery of water from this facility is done by blue tanker trucks, which are privately owned. These contribute to high cost of safe and clean drinking water in the city, because at the time we tell these blue tankers to reduce the price, they used Anglo strike as a tool of psychological intimidation and threat for us not to control them. With this new water treatment plant, the quantity of water supply has increased and the stations have moved closer to the people. For this reason, as it was said by the previous speakers, there is a need now for reduction of price of water delivered by water tanker trucks. I have discussed this a month back with the managing director of South Sudan Urban Water Corporation, mayor of Juba City, and deputy governor of Central Equatoria State, Honorable Sare Nene. And we are now working on this to make sure that the price of water in Juba is reduced. The provisions of water throughout the kiosk and filling station is only a short-term solution. This is not going to be a long-term. The long-term solution or the ultimate goal of urban water supply is household connection, which we are now working on. Your Excellency, we are very grateful to you and your wise leadership for the support and attracting the humanitarian support from international donors and partners. I thank you so much.